So my topic today is the cause of family dysfunction uh, in North America or in Australia. We all know that we have a high divorce rate in North America, in Canada, Australia, and some part of Europe. And this has caused a lot, you know, it's caused a lot, to our children. When family separated, it's come with many things, financially, and then when father left the home and didn't ask for children, to have the support they need for them to grow up. In this topic, I'm going to talk about 4 points, the contributing factor that I think are the cause of divorce in our family. They may not be what you think, but you feel free to drop a comment in below. So let me talk about the role of wife and husband back in Africa, in Sudan. So man is the head of the family. He work, provide food for the family. He decide what to do in the house. He give orders to his wife. On the other hand, wife work in the kitchen, and I'm sorry for the word, for the term. Back home, women belong to kitchen. They take care of family, they do house chore, they prepare food for their husband, they take order. Now when this family migrate to North America, things drastically change. Why? Let's talk about Canadian family or American family. Wife and husband share equal responsibility at home. They both work outside. They both consider themselves as breadwinners. They do house chore together. Child care together. Now, when South Sudanese, back to South Sudanese, when they come here, women will find themselves in free world, whereby men and women are equal. And then financial change. Women would enter to the workforce, work and earn money like men. And now they will see themselves at the level of men. And then they would protect their right and refuse man order anymore. This is one of the first point I think contribute to our divorce. Second, when family comes here, women would want their families to be supported back home. Because when we come here, we have family left back home. We need to support them financially. And now, women would demand support for her family. Sometimes, family would have a mutual understanding and deal with every problem. But sometimes they disagree. And this also is another problem that I think contribute to our divorce. Third, when people marry back home, older men would marry younger women. This has done through arranged marriage. A young girl have no say. If her family agree, she can't do anything. Now when the couple comes here, the wife will find freedom. And then sometime she would divorce her husband and find a younger man, her age. Fourth would be wife would have equal responsibility, meaning man have to cook in the kitchen, prepare food, do house chore, cleaning, taking care of children. And sometimes it's hard for African men, especially South Sudanese. You know it, I know it. It is true. Sometimes I even have a hard time on my own. These are the 4 contributing factors, I think, contribute to our family divorce. Now the question is, what can we do to save our marriages? Here in North America, in Canada, in the US, in Australia. I don't know. I'm not a counselor to really tell you this is what you should do and what you should not do. But we can consider some of the things the Canadians do. What do Canadians do if you're in Canada? When family are going through crisis, there's something called family counseling, whereby 2 couples go and sit down with professional therapists. They would, share their stories, and then sometime, they'll help them, give them some program. If it's finance, they'll sit down with financial advisor, how to save their money, how to share the banks, and how they spend their money. And if something health, social, then they'll have counselor that would help them. Sometimes we can do it our own way, our South Sudanese way, whereby if something happened in the family, what do you guys do? You go to the elder, relative, come together, sit, and try to talk about the problem. Decide where the problem comes from. We can do this thing to save our marriages. But this topic will have a group session. I'll have time to collect some sample from the community, whereby we'll come together and sit and share our story together. Can we save our marriage, and how? I know you're watching at home. I know some of the points that I talked about, some of them you agree with, I'm sure, and some you may not, and it is true. Divorce is not good. It's not good for our children, particularly here in North America. It doesn't help our children success. If the man leave the house, family will struggle. In this society, in this system, no one single person can raise a family, but couple can do. Friends, feel free to drop some comment at the end of this video and like. Let's do it together. I'll come up with another topic that I think are concerning in our community. For example, youth crime. Why are children dying? Is there something we can do? Why our children struggle in school? Is it because of us? These are the coming 2 topics that I'm going to talk about. Thank you. And if you're in North America, have a good night. And if you're in Africa, good morning. Peace.